Hi again, it's my second day of looking at this old Eddystone radio. Just going to have a quick look around and I'll show you the tuning capacitor here. I mentioned it in the previous video, and that's quite a big capacitor. I'll get you some close-ups. It's only a 4-gang capacitor, but I can give you some idea of the size of it there. Each gang is very well spaced, and if you've seen my other videos about capacitor, I've talked about these side wings that allow capacitors to be finely tuned, so where you get a bunch of capacitors ganged together by adjusting these little fingers. There's one that's been adjusted. This is how I've opened it up. Don't adjust these, don't mess with them. But to get each capacitor to look like its neighbour in terms of capacitance, these fingers have been just gently altered. This one in particular, this capacitor looks like it's look at this adjustment here, where this is for alignment. Incidentally, this part of the the chassis here is a casting, so this is all of the tuning mechanisms and trimming capacitors are housed under here. I haven't opened it, but say, look at that, a complete casting. That's quite something. So we've got a porcelain or ceramic insulator on the universal joint that connects between the drive mechanism and the central shaft of the capacitor. Let's see that there. And then, let's get the lighting right. The fixed vanes of the capacitor are mounted on ceramic insulators, and the connections to them are actually got wires that are shrouded with ceramic beads, which not quite sure why they've used ceramic beads. It's a very good insulator, but normally associated with heat. Okay, I just wanted to let you see that. What I'm going to do now is check each of the valves are in the right place, and I'll also check the mains lead, and if I'm going to be electrocuted, I like to know it's coming. I don't anticipate any problems because the gentleman that had this previously is very sensible about what he did, but anybody can make a mistake. Also have a good look around and just see if there's anything obvious. I've recently been helping somebody to restore a 1930s radio, been doing that over the internet and trying to give him a little bit of help and encouragement, and it's fair to say that a lot of the faults on the equipment, the man, John, found the problems simply by looking for them. So very often on old equipment you get a lot of what I call physical or mechanical problems rather than true electrical problems. Yep, you will have problems and you will need to get test instruments and test procedures, but a good look around and you can sometimes see loose connections, even dry joints, or broken switches. Yeah, I'll check this out a bit more. There's one little tip for you. When you're taking a valve like this out, don't pull it out by the glass envelope, but try and get hold of the valve base and ease it out. But be careful, because if you're opening it in a box, it's very easy to get it past the tight bit and then bang it into the loudspeaker or something like that. And again with this one, So you say you don't want to be pulling the glass envelope, because you can pull them out. And if you've got a valve with a top cap, I always open up the spring a little bit. I never hold the glass envelope and pull the cap. I always turn the spring clip in such a way that it causes the clip to open rather than to tighten up. There are no valves with top caps in here, but I'll try and point that out on another piece of equipment sometime. Okay, what I've found so far is that most of the valves are correct. One of the phase splitter valves down here, I can't identify the number on it at all. I've tried all of the tricks and I simply can't identify it. And it seems to be a different manufacturer to the one next to it, so I can't make a physical comparison. Not that that's a good way to try and identify a valve, but there's very slight differences there. The other thing is that V14 should be a 5ZG4 and it's actually a 5Y3GT, so I just need to make sure that that's okay, because you remember it's the power section where a choke has failed in this particular piece of equipment. So sort of just a little warning bell there. That may be a more modern replacement, so I'll look that up. Well, I've had a good look around now, and the mains lead seems to be okay. It's got a good earth onto the chassis, and this bit of aluminium that I mentioned before does look as though a socket has been replaced there. So the lead's not pretty, but it's adequate at this stage. The other capacitor here is bulging, so again we'll be looking at that. And other things I noticed, so this pillar is longer than the pillar on the other side, and you can probably see that wafer is at an angle, so I'll give you some idea of the size there compared to the one on the other side there. You see that wafer switch is like that, and interestingly that's still got the thread seal on there from when it was manufactured, and on that nut there. I hope I'm getting this in focus. This this radio was actually made like that, and I can't believe that was a desirable design feature. So you can see there's the mechanism and there's that. So just a little faulty manufacturer, but I don't think it's a problem. There's one or two capacitors like this one here that is showing signs of losing some electrolyte, and it frightened the life out of me when I looked at, just get the light round, when I looked into the IF can here and saw that the cores were actually out of line. I thought, oh no, it's been dropped at some stage. But then when I operate this little switch here, which operates these cams and these arms, so I'll operate the switch and you see the coils actually move up and down, and that, you'll remember, is I'll get this the right way up and get the sun out of it, is the selectivity switch. So I'm still not quite sure what they're doing in there, but the all of those IF cans move in sympathy with this switch. So if there is an Eddystone enthusiast out there, maybe you'll tell us a bit more about what's actually going on with those IF cans. Okay, I've got some research to do now, so I'll probably upload this as a little video. Hope you find it interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.